Today topic is Introduction to R programming. R is the software environment which is used to analyze the statistical information and graphical representation. Main R programming R language mainly used to analyze the statistical information and graphical representation, diagrammatic representation, graphical representation. R allows us to modular programming using functions. R is the interpreted computer programming language, which is created by the Rose, Luca, and Robert Gentleman at University of Applied. The R core development team currently developing R. It is the software environment used to analyze the statistical information. Suppose big data means large amount of data and analytics, big data analytics, analysis of the data. Is R studio analysis of the data, analysis of the data and statistical representation and graphical representation, reporting and data modeling. R is the implementation of S programming language. Main features of the R, main are pre-initialization. Pre-initialization means open source, hottest trend, integrated with the other languages, easily connect with the other languages, latest cutting edge technology, adopting the latest technologies also, platform independent, vast community. Features of the R programming. It is the domain specific programming language which aims to data analysis. Main aim R programming language data analysis. Some unique features which makes is very powerful. The most of the important is being notations of the vector. The vector is the one of the data structure in R programming. Vector is the important role for R programming. Vector allows performing complex operations. Set of values in single command, set of values in single command. Data structures in R programming, vectors, matrix, arrays, data frames, and list. Vector is the important data structure in R programming. It is some features of the R programming. It is simple and effective programming language which has been well developed. R is the simple language and well developed language. It is data analysis software. R is the software environment which is used to analysis of the data. It is well designed and easy, effective language which has the concept of the user defined looping statements, some condition statements, input and output operations also. Okay. R language contains set of tools used to analysis of the data. For different types of calculations on arrays, list, and vectors, R contains a suite of operations, and R contains a lot of packages in RStudio. It provides effective data handling and storage facility. In R, large storage capacity. It is the open source and powerful, highly extensible software. R is the open source and platform independent mm, extensible software. It provides highly extensible graphical techniques also. Some using the ggplots and other types of tools are used in the graphical representation. It allows to perform multiple calculations using the vectors. Multiple calculations using the vectors. R is an interpreted language. Next, some applications of the R and Facebook, Google, Twitter, Real Climate, NVDA, AMJ, FTU. Some R programming language, some advantages and disadvantages of the R programming language. Main, first to discussing the advantages of R programming language. It is open source, platform independent. It has a lot of packages. It is the great statistics. It is the well suited for machine learning, or let us perform data modeling, or is a still growing software. These are the advantages of R programming. Some disadvantages of the R programming: data hiding, basic security, compiled language, weak origin, and lesser speed. First, discussing the advantages of R programming. First one, open source language. Open source language is in a language which cannot work without any need for a license or free, or is the open source language which cannot contribute to the development by optimizing your packages and developing new ones and resolving the issues. R is the free language and open source language. Some second advantage, platform independent. R is the platform independent language and cross platform programming languages, which means who can run all operating systems such as Linux, Unix. R is enabled to programs to develop the software for several competing platforms. By writing the programs only one, R can run quite easily on Windows, Linux, and Mac. Some machine learning operation. Third advantage, machine learning operations are supporting the machine learning operations also. Main one, classification of regressions. Classification of the regressions. R allows to do various machine learning operations such as classification and regression. For the purpose of R, provides the various packages and features for the development to the artificial neural networks. R is usually the best data scientist in the world. Support of data modeling. Some R provides packages such as DPLYR reader, which is capable for transforming massive data in structured form. And graphical user interfaces some support the ggplots and readers, something of the packages. Quality of plotting and graphing. First of all is the analysis of the statistical information and graphical representation. Or some graphical representation purpose, lot of packages supports in R programming. The main advantage, quality of plotting and graphing. R simplifies quality of plotting and graphing some other compared to the other languages. R libraries such as ggplots2 and plotty Edwards for usual pairing and essential graphics, which has set of R for the other programming languages. Some other advantage, the array of packages are such as set of packages. R has over the 10,000 packages in CRAN repository. A lot of packages in R programming. Some examples, some 10,000 packages in R programming. Next, another advantage, statistics. R is the mainly known as language of statistics. It is the main reason why R is predominated than other programming languages for the development of statistical tools. Next, another advantage, continuously growing. R language is a lot of packages, some adding the packages. R is the continuously growing software environment, or is the continuously growing software. Some mainly advantages, 8 advantages. First one, it is open source. Second one, platform independent. Third one, machine learning operations. And fourth one, support of data modeling. And fifth one, quality of plotting and graphing. And sixth one, the array of packages. And seventh one, statistics. And eighth one, continuously growing. These are the advantages of our programming. Some disadvantages of R programming, mainly five disadvantages of R programming. First one, data handling, and second one, basic security, and third one, complicated language, and fourth one, weak origin, and fifth one, lesser speed. Discussing the first disadvantage. First one, data handling. Suppose, what is big data? Big data means large amount of data. And big data analytics, analysis of the big data. Some R programming, analysis of the data, a lot of data available, some handling problem for the data. In R objects are stored in physical memory. It contains other programming languages like Python, and R utilizes more memory compared to Python. It is required to enter data on a single place in the memory. It is not ideal option when the deal with big data. Some basic security, and R programming language support the only for basic security rules. Or lack of basic security, it is essential part of most programming languages, such as your Python, because it has there are many restrictions for with R. It can be embedded with web application. Compared complicated language, there's a lot of packages available in C, available in R programming. The R is the complicated language. It's very complicated language. Step to learning curve, and people who don't have the prior knowledge of the programming experience may find the difficulty learning in R. Some weak horizon. The main disadvantage of R, it does not have any support dynamic and 3D graphics. R programming language that not supports a dynamic and 3D graphics. The main disadvantage of the R programming means weak horizon. Next, last disadvantage, lesser speed. R programming language is much slower than the other programming languages such as MATLAB and Python. It is comparison to the programming languages. R packages are much slower. In lesser speed, a lot of packages in R, the R showing is lesser speed. In R, algorithms are spread across the different packages. The programmers we have no period knowledge of the packages might find the difficult to important of the algorithms.